people, amazing to see you. Now I'm rooting for you because I want you to have the best 2020 ever. I'm going to tell you, one of my goals in 2020 is to do audacious things. So I don't care really if they say that it can be done. I will do it. You will see some of the things that we're trying to do in 2020, and that includes starting a new company. Yes, I just wrote on Facebook and I told you I failed 8 to 12 companies between 2019 going back. I failed, totally failed. But that's because I don't give up, and I don't want you to give up. Now let's get into the thick of things. And the thick of things is that you are awesome, and don't remember ever your history of you sucking. You don't suck, you are awesome. And I want to encourage you that the feeling is mutual, because both of us are headed to the top. And how does the top look like? The top for 2020 and beyond and winning the decade is gonna be around planning very well, not smart but audacious. And I hope you watched the video preceding this one where I talked about audacious planning. Today I want to do a follow-up video and encourage you to really think about my 5-killer goal setting plan for 2020. 5-killer goal setting plan for 2020. So here are my 5 steps. We're basically going to be spelling it out this way, and here are my 5 steps. I don't want you to forget this, because this is going to change the way you win, who you become, what changes, what becomes the most important factor for 2020, and how you rake in so much progress in your leadership, progress in your business, progress in your agenda as a student, progress in whatever you want to achieve. So this 5-killer plan is going to help you. And here is what we go. We start by saying topic. Number 1, topic. We're going to spell a word at the end. So topic, what is your focus area? Number 1, topic. What is your focus area? When you look at your 2020 plan, and I told you, I want you to run in dashes. I don't want you to go for a big marathon. Your whole life is a marathon already. So, run in dashes. My dashes are quarters, meaning for the first 4 months of the year, for the first 3 months of the year, for the first 2 months, for the first 1 month, and proceeding going on to grow ahead, you need to run in dashes, meaning set very specific areas of progress or change that you want to improve in and focus on them. So what's your focus area? If it is your education, pick education. If it's your self-development, pick self-development. If it is starting a new business, pick starting a new business. If it is losing weight, pick losing your weight. But because I talk business, it is the things that you want to achieve. Is it a market expansion strategy? Is it employing more people? Is it getting more resources that are going to speak to your expansion strategy? Or is it really answering to the question of increasing our revenue vis-a-vis growing our profitability as a business? Focus. Pick a focus area. And I've encouraged you before, and I've said, look, for every single month, pick at least 4, maximum 5 items that you want to run really hard. Month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, going on to the rest of the year. So run in quarters and run really hard. So number 1, focus. Your topic must be clear. And it must be clear in the sense that you understand what you need, and you understand how you're going to get it, and you understand what kind of impact it creates on the total business. If it doesn't create impact on your total business or your total leadership or your total journey, as it were, let it have an impact in one area where you want to be audacious. Audacious meaning, yes, dream so big you can boil the ocean. Not fish pond kind of mentality. You're better than that. Come on, let's do this. The second one I want to talk about is your goal. What's your overarching goal? And why is it important? You see, we go around talking about goals. My goal is to grow this. My goal is to start that. My goal is to increase revenue. My goal is to employ 5 more people. My goal is to begin to deal with the big boys. My goal is to grow my business into a new sector. My goal. The one thing we forget is why that goal. And why is it important? 2 questions. Why that goal, and why is it important? 2020 and beyond. For your topic, you've set I want you to be very specific and tell yourself, Chilumba, this is why it is important. John, this is why it is important. Hey, Messi, this is why it is important. Lucy, if you don't do this, you are dead. Because when you plug in and are able to set standards for why it is important and why it is necessary for your business, you already have a parameter of measurement that is not only an internal regulator, but every time you look at it, it just reminds you why you're doing it. The other one that I want to focus about is reality. I've told you that smart goals don't get you much, but audacious goals do. Reality is not really saying stick to the realistic factors. I am saying what is the context and who are you going to be dealing with and what are you doing and why are you doing it. So I'm asking for definitions. Reality without definitions and actually strategically position the outcomes that you want to get out of this doesn't get you much. Listen to me, context. Every form of response that you're gonna create in form of a product, a service, a solution into the market has to be able to answer the contextual issues of the problem. If you're gonna be creating a resource in the farming arena, is it responding to animal husbandry? Is it responding to crops? If you're gonna create a service for businesses that want to increase their revenue collection and their debt management system, who does it respond to? The problem we have usually when we create solutions and when we think reality, we just think about, is it real? We forget to answer the questions that change the game, and these are context. Who, what, why, and where. Answer those. Number 4 is options. I talk about iteration and pivot, very critical 2 skills that you need to develop. If it doesn't work, you need to quickly come back and think about what else can we do. Because in the next decade, 2020 and beyond, business change in terms of the environmental change of the businesses is gonna be really fast. It's been fast already, but it's gonna increase. And let me tell you why. Communication, as it were, is no longer as slow as it used to be. Something can happen somewhere and I will see it in real time. Impact on interconnected economies and the business environments is almost affecting everybody. Something that happens in the next door neighbor of a country will directly impact you. So really know what are my options. You don't need to know them in advance, but it will be important to think of them. If you can think of them, training yourself to think on your feet. Actually, it's the number 1 success factor for entrepreneurs is to be able to think on your feet, whether it's price, whether it's customer excellence, whether it's execution of strategies, whether it's training your people to be able to respond to demands of the market, or it is actually in the improving of your execution cycle as a business. Those become important. And when we draw these options, automate them. I'm a culprit at that. Sometimes I tend to think, because we've talked about it, my team will do it. We are doing automation in our businesses, and I hope that you do the same. Because why? This helps you to do handless checks and approvals when you've set a system. And you empower people to be able to execute without being able to be judged as to what is right and what is wrong in their minds. You give them an opportunity to go seek audacious changes for your business. Last one is way forward. I am an evangelist for action and execution. Anybody, any entrepreneur, any leader, anybody who doesn't take an action when they have decided is an enemy to themselves. And let me tell you, about 70%, this might sound like a generalist statistic, but it's so true that if you check the people who planned at the beginning of 2019, 70% don't even remember what they had said. Some of them are running to the gym now because they've remembered that we are at the tail end of the year when they planned at the beginning. Others are calling for people to send them all sorts of reports because they want to look good. So what is the way forward? Action, action, action. Execution, number 1. How are we going to execute what we've planned? And how are we going to review How is success going to happen? What will success look like? How do we replicate what we have done and done well? And how do we review? How do we question where we have been successful? And how do we question where we have not done well? That becomes important. So our 5 killer points for setting a strategy and winning in 2020 is basically topic, goal, reality, options, way forward. Topic, goal, reality, options, way forward. Simply to grow. Very simply to grow. If you write topic, to, okay, go, that's G, reality, that's R, O, that's options, W is way forward. To grow. To grow your 2020 and beyond, you've got to be strategic, but be audacious. And remember, topic, what's the goal? What's the reality? What are my options? What's the way forward? How do I execute? I am always pleased to have you, and I'm so excited that you tuned in and had an opportunity to speak to us. Now, one thing I want to urge you is that we're going to be giving you a small template that helps you to fix these things. All you need to do is go to one of our pages. You will find information there that helps you. Remember, growing, we're going to grow together. Losing, I'm not going to be part of that. I take responsibility for your growth only when you are able to act. Send me your questions, send me your goals, let me help you. I'm not going to charge you anything in the interim, but I'm going to help you set it clear, and I'm going to help you become audacious, and I'm going to help you march onto your greatness. Remember, you are the captain of your own ship, and success is very dependent on how you execute. So the learning happens after the video. Comment, like, share, and please, please, please help us reach millions by sharing the videos and liking our YouTube channel and subscribing. We're doing this for you, and we're doing it for your awesomeness. You deserve better. Come on, to grow is to all of us. Wonderful talking to you. Cheers and bye-bye.